Evening, wherever you are in the world today. I hope you're absolutely ready to trade. Pardon moi. All right, so I just want to cover this comment. Someone who doesn't really add value to anyone else made a comment to say that I change with every candle. So I can just tell by his profile he's joined 4 years ago. So he's added zero value to anyone else, is still not getting anywhere. I was going to say he's early in on his journey, and I just wanted to talk to this kind of behavior, but maybe he's just a straight up mommy's boy who hasn't left home yet or something to that effect. So what I'm talking about is the comment goes along as such. And it's not a direct hit at him. It's obviously a lot of people like him who do this kind of stuff. He says you change with every candle. So these trolls are so unnecessary. It really, really frustrates me how guys who are quite beneficiary to the community, or whatever the case would be. My brain's tired, so if I get my words wrong, I apologize. But you add value to others, and those who get upset because they're looking for free signals and whatever the case be, don't even watch the full video, don't listen to the full explanation, and they just expect for society to feed them as if they're something special and someone special. Like, it just doesn't work that way. So for those who don't have the decency to watch the full market update, the full analysis, but will get on and say stupid things about changing with every candle, which is extremely dumb, then just save it. Like, on behalf of all the guys who put themselves forward for the betterment of others, we say, like, trolls, go back to the bridge and cry to whoever it is that brings your sandwiches, that you feel a little bit sad because you don't know how to trade yourself. What are the cases? All right, cool. So that's my grudge out the way. Thanks for enjoying that. As I made mention to, we've got a very intelligent market. Okay, so what happens on the lower frames is a zoomed in effect of what is happening on the dominant trends. So as I made mention to in other videos, there are time cycles above this one, which are also moving through their own Gantt fans, which means that there's a move towards their resistances and their support lines. And this, for example, emulates a turning point on a higher frame, a kill zone testing, and then a dedication to a support line. So strictly speaking, we shouldn't really trade through these bad environments, and we should ideally just look for the travels down on the higher frames. And that's some more of the valuable information that I think about it I shared in yesterday's video. So again, guys, please watch the full video. If you want free signals, go to Twitter. The bozos attract bozos, and that's why I think there's so many followers behind some accounts, because I like attracts like. But if you want quality stuff, then stick with the quality information such as this that's going to get you forward, but put in your side of the bargain as well. Don't just sit there with your hands out hoping that someone's going to make your life better for you without you putting any effort into it. It's just not the way it works. All right, so again, this resistance area is not ideal, and how you can identify it is by having the other time frames set up and then seeing where the price is moving on those frames. And then once they get to their decision points and nominate a new support line, then it's easy money. This is a difficult part, as I've mentioned too. It's difficult for me. It's difficult for my strategy. And if it's difficult for me and my strategy, let me tell you, it's difficult for everyone. All right, having these stop losses and take profits so close to one another, it's super high risk. Having an undecided, uncommitted trend that's not even. I mean, this is what you want, right? Dedicated support line, solid move. This rubbish over here, it eats your attention and takes away your positivity. It ambushes your risk reward ratio, and you settle for smaller amounts of profit because you're just happy that you're in profit, because price action is moving so slow anyway that it's it's a mental warfare, and this is again the reason why I'm so happy that I've spent the last year and a half. No, it's about a year. Coding AI so that it can take away this for me and focus on its predictions rather than having to constantly watch the market, and rather lean in to the AI have doing the work and alleviating that mental load, and eventually obviously automating the full system. But until then, just having the shared responsibility of intelligence on the markets instead of taking everything on myself is what I've been so actively on, and then I'll continue to do so for these reasons, because of this rubbish right here. And in hindsight, it doesn't look that damaging. But when you're here for days on end, checking in on price action multiple times a day, checking your account, checking on whether or not there's opportunities, opening up a position, seeing it getting a bit close to stop loss, closing it, and then it goes almost to your take profit, or it doesn't get your take profit, turns around and goes up and gets your stop loss, and you've been waiting like 12 hours for all of that. For a day trader, it's a long time. It's horrible. It sucks. Continuity, dedicated support line is what you're looking for, and that's great once you have it. But this, how, like over here, right? What are the true signs that we're going to establish that next? You have to listen to the market. You have to speak to the market, like be there with the market and be present with the market for you to get the story told. Because why did that not happen here? Why did that not happen here? And so on. I can do it all these times. So we get absolutely exhausted by the time that it does happen, and all the unnecessary losses have been eating away. Even if it's paper losses, even if it's 8 losses for a small amount, now it's 8 losses. Let's say, for example, you're only putting $100 in, so of your $1,000, you're $800 down. So you've only kind of got $200 to kick off for a decent move, and now you're fighting just to get to break even. It's really tough out there. So the trolls who obviously don't have the bandwidth or intelligence to be able to do this, or add value to others to be able to do this, or just maybe using my information as free signals to their groups, which happens to me quite a lot. Just rather learn the strategy, empower yourself, stop being a mommy's boy who expects everything to happen for them, even as an adult. I think there was a clever saying that said, the time a man becomes an adult is the moment that he realizes that there's no one there to save him. However, there's a large portion of the male population who have not, at any age, come to that realization as yet. And I can tell you right now, as someone who's had communities, I've had free communities, I've had all of the above, all of the normal stuff to have when you're an opinion leader in crypto and the stock markets. And there are so many immature mommy's boys out there. It's actually frightening. So I'm just playing homage, I suppose, to those who are self-starters, who realize there's no one there to save them, who head forward with the tenacity and push power that it takes to survive in this crazy world, and be the few that are as such. Because as I made mention to, there are far too many men, children out there who I've had personal experience with that are just not serving society as a whole. Those are my thoughts for now. I'll see you at the end of day market report. I suppose, I don't know if I've said this, because every time I make a video, there's something wrong with the mic, and then the trading view doesn't work. It's just frustrating being a someone who adds value to other people, because there's so many paper cuts along the way. But I'm not trading this. The price is too far down on this transition for me to be interested in. I want to catch it at arc 1. We're now at arc 4. So I have no, this is how I just work in the real world, just by the way. I have no skin in the game as to what happens here. I don't really care. I need for this transition to finish its turning point. I'll then observe what happens thereafter, and then take the next decisions, the next action is based on that decision. Mostly because of risk reward ratio. If you got your stop loss behind turning points, then, or the nearest high or low, then this is a lot of the travel done. So if it stops here and goes up and you're turning and your stop loss is over here, your risk reward ratio is absolutely off. You got a 4:1. So you're willing to lose 4 just to gain 1, and that's bad. So this is where you sit on your hands. If you didn't catch this transition down, that's too bad. You wait for the market to give more clear signs, and then we take actions from the highs, the lows, confirm turning points. Yeah, anyway, that's it for now. I'll see you at the end of the day.